Okay. I've got a great joke to start this video off with. A 6'4" guy walks into a room that's 6'6" and tries to pop a green screen that shows his entire head. It's very tight. That's the joke. Hi, hello, welcome to the video. My name's Danahan, this is Overthinking Anime, and I want to do more standing up videos after my best beards in anime video, because I love being able to move around. I was sat down beforehand, but it's the freedom to just move about and be eccentric and be careful not to get out of the green screen. I mean, totally the shot. This is totally not a green screen. But welcome to Anime Bingo. The rules are simple. 1. I pick an anime and say whether or not I think it is cliche or not. That was double unnecessary. I pick an anime and I say, do I think it's cliche or do I not think it's cliche? 2. I pick a punishment from the Wheel of Punishment, where if I turn out to be wrong, I have to do this punishment. 3. I get a randomly selected bingo card made up of 70 different anime tropes in anime, of which 25 appear on the card. 4. That is free. 4. We go through the series and mark off each square as we see the trope happen. If I get a bingo, the series is labelled as cliche. If not, the series is not labelled as cliche. Whatever I guessed at the beginning, if I guessed wrong, I have to do the punishment. If I guessed right, I don't. And 5. See, I can count. 5. After picking the bingo card, I have the choice to either double down or stick with the card. If I double down, it means I get rid of the current card I have and pull a new one. But in doing so, I have to double the punishment if I guess wrong. So, let's begin. I just feel so much better, like I can't jump because I'll be out of the green screen with my head by the ceiling. I love moving around in my videos. I just feel so much better than just sitting still, stationary. So much better, but there's so little room to actually move around. Anyway, let's begin with the series, shall we? This week, we're looking at the animated series Solo Leveling. I'm not racist at all. Don't put that in the video. I just ran over my own words there, okay? I wasn't doing a fake Japanese accent to try and be funny. I just tripped over my words. Let's try that again, shall we? I'm still wearing my drawing glove. Can you tell I'm a professional? I'm totally professional. This is all professional. I love making these videos. I just feel so excited when I make them, and I get so much energy. I'm so excited to do this. I want to box, I think. I don't know. I am so full of energy today, and I don't know why. I think it's because I'm starting this new series. Sorry, distracted. There's a reason I'm called Overthinking Anime. By the way, that is the channel's name, Overthinking Anime, and I'm Danahan. I've already said that. Get on with the video. This week, we are looking at Solo Leveling, a series that scored a 32 out of 70 on the cliche ratio. That is my real word. This week, we're looking at Solo Leveling, a series with a cliche count of 32 out of 70, and is a series about a world in which, in the modern day, magical gates begin opening magical worlds full of treasure and riches, but also monsters and dangers, and humans with magical powers venture into them to gain their riches while risking their lives, including our main character, Jin Woo. And the punishment for today is spin that wheel! While waiting, if you're enjoying this video so far, give it a like. Today's punishment is 20 swats. Squats. I'm not swatting anyone. 20 squats. I gotta do the proper squats. Maybe I should do a 20-second. It's a 20-second squat. Not 20 squats. A 20-second squat. I might do 20 squats instead, though. This is a new series, you haven't figured it out. And here is today's bingo sheet. I am going to play with this one. I am not going to double down. Also, I don't like squats. They're a killer on the legs. So I think I can make this bingo sheet work. So let's jump to about probably tomorrow at this point. Tomorrow, where I'll be doing this video, I got to write the entire script now. I haven't actually written it ahead of time because that would kind of destroy the fun of it. Because I think it's going to be, according to my sheet, it is a bit cliche. It is cliche. So, time skip ahead. I hit my green screen. Time skip. Ow. See you. Jump cut. Hi, Future Dan here. Let's begin. Also, I decided I'm keeping the glove on for this series because I kind of like it. It kind of makes my outfit look good. I like it. Beginning of the series, let's go. As the series opens, we're introduced to the world and the rules that govern it. Magical gateways and other worlds full of magical monsters and treasures began appearing all over the world 10 years ago. While this is an exposition dump, it's also the opening of the series and it's giving us backstory to the series, so I'm not going to count it as exposition dumping. But seeing as there is another world with magical creatures that they go to and explore, this does make it an isekai. Let's just stamp that one off. At the same time, when these gates appeared, certain humans began manifesting the ability to use magical powers. These humans went on to become known as hunters, and would venture into the gates to keep the world safe from the monsters on the other side, and find their riches and fortune, while risking their life and limb. Our main character, Sung Jin-woo, a young white man with black hair, hey, that's another one, let's stab that one off, is an extremely low-level hunter with almost no magical powers. And we're also introduced to Bang-shi, a retired hunter who's looking to get back into the game to help support his family after finding out his wife is pregnant again. I wonder what is going to happen to him. I have no idea what could possibly happen to a character talking about the future and life. As the episode goes on, hunters find a second dungeon inside the first one they went to explore. Unsure whether or not to explore it, the group is split and the decision comes down to Sung Jin-woo, who mentions that
with Dad missing, I'm the only one who can provide for my family.
Hey! That's another one, and that the second dungeon could provide better loot to help support his family.
Mom's treatments aren't free, and then there's my sister's college tuition. I don't want money. I need it.
Which means the reason he became a hunter was he is doing it to support his loved ones. That means another stamp. Jin-woo votes to explore it, and the group ends up running into a trap, overseen by a giant statue-like monster, killing off each of the hunters who break its cryptic rules.
Hear my cries, for it's in your name
As they struggle to stay alive, many of the group end up meeting their end, including Bang-shi. Oh no! What? The character talking about one more job and settling down and his family they loved so much and how he's doing this to raise his family and was like pure heart and was talking about the future and living his life, died? Who could have foreseen that happening? Unfortunately, while many characters were able to make it alive, Jin-woo was left behind after sacrificing himself for them. What a selfless protagonist. Oh, hey, that's another one. We don't have that one on our sheet. Anyone got selfless protagonist? You can stamp it off if you got it. You got it? You got it? Cool. Stamp it off. I haven't got it on my sheet, but hey, we're getting on. But with Sung Jin-woo dead, I guess, I guess that's the end of the series. Our main character's dead, so looking at the bingo sheet, we didn't get a bingo. I guess I gotta do the punishment. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. This was a very short series. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He saved 0.02 seconds before his death, which means MC plot armor. And the way he's saved is he gains a special ability no one else in the world has ever had. Anyone got MC gains special super rare ability? No? No? I haven't got it either. With him waking up in a hospital bed a few moments later from his perspective, with a brand new power, a HUD that no one else can see, which is a player character HUD with quest, rewards, and stat points. After putting all his stat points into muscle, as you know, most people normally do, if I could do that, yeah, I think I'd go for intelligence actually, or dexterity. Man, I would suck to have a stat page. I would be so indecisive, but like, I would evilly doing and like get no benefit. I'm rambling. Jin-woo decides to test out his newfound power in a special dungeon he got the key to in one of his rewards. Despite the fact that this entire series is literally built around, let's look at how many tropes this anime uses. I do want to acknowledge the really good writing occasionally present in this series, such as the fact that Jin-woo, who when offered a way out of the dungeon, chooses to, despite the danger, stay in it longer because he understands it works like a video game and it is the best chance to level up in a weaker dungeon.
Do I keep going forward or head back? What if I never get the chance to level up this easily again? This dungeon might vanish the instant I teleport out of here.
Which leads him to fighting a giant basilisk, getting thrown around like a toy, and definitely was him walking off a fatal injury. And after he's done walking off that very clear fatal injury that would definitely have killed him, we get a nice little speech from him where something happens. We get the sudden MC personality flip where he goes from the meek and gentle, kind-hearted, mellow little guy to the strong, courageous, ready to fight main character we always need. So that means, another stamp. We are racking them up. After Jinwoo defeats the Basilisk, he finds himself quickly dragged into another fight. Again, against another powerful monster. However, with his newfound strength, he manages to take it down in one hit. Did anyone have super strong character gets taken out in one hit? No, Tom's got it. Neat, Tom's got it. Actually, I don't think it counts because it was more of a monster than a character, so I'll let you have it if you have it on your bingo sheet, but heading into episode 5, the first words of the episode are over how hot Jinwoo has become.
Saw the hottie, yeah? Do you mean the E rank? I sure did.
Guy looks scrawny until he takes his shirt off, and it's like, oh damn.
When did we admit a patient as ripped as that? He didn't really stand out much at first. Apparently he started exercising though, and it did his body good.
There's no way. Takes more than a couple of days to build up muscle.
So that means anyone got MC becomes a chick magnet? Oh, I do. Oh, what's that here? Oh, yes, I do believe it is. That is a bingo! Oh, and we also find out that Jinwoo has obtained a six-pack over the course of a few days.
There's no way. Takes more than a couple of days to build up muscle.
Means gains a six-pack and grows to 6 foot overnight. Check. Okay, so it's not actually overnight, it's over a few days. But if I could obtain a six-pack over a few days, I would be in incredible pain because that's a lot of crunches. But hey, with marking that off, we just need one more piece to have a double bingo. So, moving on. That's definitely fan service, right? So, which means, yep, that is a double bingo. Can we get a triple? Oh, and if you're wondering why I've stamped off exposition dump, I haven't brought it up in the series yet, but basically every single episode has had numerous accounts of exposition dumping that wasn't intro or necessary to the series. But let's try and get our triple bingo, shall we, by moving on with the series. We're introduced to Jinwoo's new best friend, Jin-Ho Yu, who is a wacky and eccentric sidekick. Anyone? Wacky sidekick. Anyone got a wacky sidekick? Yes? No? Anyone? Josh in the back? Yeah, cool. How many more you need for a bingo? 2 more. Anyone got 2? Anyone got more than 2? No. Josh, looks like you're in the lead. I've got double bingo and none of you have got bingo yet. Now, eager to try out his new strength, Jinwoo signs up to a C-rank dungeon. And from this point on in the series, Jinwoo is basically always cool-headed. So I'm pretty sure that means we can stamp off MC is always cool-headed. And, that's a triple bingo. As the episode goes on, it turns out that those who invited him to the C-rank dungeon, who were absolutely super friendly hunters, turned out to be evil. Anybody got obvious villains are obvious. And in order to make it out of that situation, Jinwoo has to fight the humans. And I'm not going to count this as a stamp just because it's not quite there. It's kind of, it's like an inch away from being it. But I kind of want to stamp. I know we're fighting, but let's stop and talk for a minute, shall we? But I'm not going to just because it's not quite there, I don't think. But we do get another stamp in the fact that in this fight, Jinwoo's badass mode activates. Unfortunately, I don't actually have it on my card. Damn it, I thought I did. Interestingly though, it's not until episode 9 that we actually run into another cliche. Unfortunately, it's a stamp we've already got. Character talking about the future dies. But it's also a double whammy because at the same time, we get another stamp. Villain monologue. Which I'm just now realizing is misspelled. Either way, we stamp it off. As well as definitely, I know we're fighting, but let's stop and talk for a minute. As well as, I'll avenge you.
Of course, can only mean one thing. Well, you do have some grit. Sorry. Huh? Would think you could be a little less bloodthirsty.
Yay! As the series goes on, more stuff happens that doesn't mark off anything on our sheet. So let's jump ahead to episode 12, where, after watching him fight like this, can we all just agree that he has the power to MC Fight Challenge God? And after gaining the ability to resurrect the dad, have you seen my dad? There he is. I left that crappy family. I don't know why the dad is like 80 years old. Have you seen my dad? You're a fully grown man. Yeah, but I still want to see my dad. He's like 18. He wanted out of the retirement home. Okay, I'll resurrect him. He's dead? Well, no, he's been resurrected. He's great. What am I doing? After gaining the ability to resurrect the dead, the season concludes with Jin Woo having a small army at his disposal.
You're with me now.
Which is definitely challenging God vibes. So, let's tally up the chart. It looks like we're walking away from Solo Leveling Season 1 with a triple bingo. Anyone got a quadruple? Anyone got a perfect sheet? Anyone got anything? Nope, just me. That is quite rare. This is a very small bingo haul then. But, seeing as I got triple bingo, that means the series is extremely cliche, which means it's bad, right? Nah. The series is great. It's just full of cliche tropes that are overused. As far as I can tell, Solo Leveling was Jang Sung Lak's first work. And it feels wrong to... Also, I'm sorry if I got his name wrong. I think I got it right, but it feels mean to rag on someone for their first work. It's clear he had a passion for the story, and it is a very enjoyable series that is fun, switch your brain off and enjoy content. I did enjoy the series, but just because you enjoy something doesn't mean it doesn't have flaws and issues. If I had gone into the series blind without having seen or heard anything about it beforehand, I think I would have enjoyed it far more. However, the real clincher of the series for why I'm so critical about it is the fact that prior going into it, the weeks leading up to me actually watching it, I saw so much positive talk about it on the internet where they were praising it as such a unique and fantastical, never before seen concept in a series. And the best thing and the next big anime and willing to take one of the 3 big C's. And it just wasn't. It was a great series. I very much enjoyed it. But it is, as I just said, switch your brain off and have some fun content. It isn't one of the next big 3. And that's fine. It is a great series nonetheless. So going into the series, my expectations were set so high that even though it was a great series, I was expecting up here. It was like here, which is good. It is good. Like, this is like my threshold for watching something, and it was here. But everyone was like, yeah, it's all the way up here. No, it was here, which is fine. This is a great series. This is fantastic. But by saying it's this good, it elevates it and makes the overall enjoyment of the series far less. If someone had sold it to me as like, yeah, it's a series that is this good, I would have gone into it and be like, you know what, yeah, it is a good series that good. I would even say it's probably this good. It was a very enjoyable series that I very much enjoyed, and I enjoyed watching it. Unfortunately, everyone was like, yeah, Solo Leveling, it's like up here, you gotta watch it, man. And I went into it, and I got the same enjoyment as the previous bar, the lower bar, but because they were like, yeah, it's this much, my bar kind of lowered, and I kind of walked away from it going, that wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be. So, in conclusion, should you watch Solo Leveling? Yes, it is a great series. It is just not the most unique or original series, but it does take a fun twist on an already commonplace trope and make a different version of it. The fight scenes are amazing, and it's clear the animation team were able to put the time in they needed. The dialogue is somewhat unnatural, but overall it is believable, as long as you remember this was once a webcomic that could have text boxes pop up and dump necessary information that the series needs you to know, whereas the anime can't do that, so I had to unnaturally insert things. Inserting unnatural things. Joke. Here. I think I was meant to make a joke up there and not just read out the script bit. Many of the characters in the series are introduced only to rarely show back up and only show up in small amounts. Though I think this is more of the fact that it's only season 1 and it won't be until much later on in the series that their paths converge. So in introducing them early on in the story, a long time before they're relevant, it makes them more believable, as opposed to, if only we knew someone with trait X who could help us out in this situation. Oh, hey person with trait X that's totally been a part of the series since the very beginning, even though this is the first time we're actually introducing you to this series, who just happens to have the exact trait and ability we need to overcome this problem. How are you doing? What are you doing here? Much like Attack on Titan Season 2, I'm hopeful that many of the more boring moments will, in hindsight and with context from later seasons, actually make what seemed like boring moments into many little strategically placed moves that are actually proper hype after you know what they're leading to, with one of them even paying off in a post-credit scene at the end of Season 1 and setting up at the event of Season 2.
I don't know. To my knowledge, this hasn't ever happened before. Somehow, it would seem they're evolving.
So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed Anime Bingo, be sure to like and subscribe, I guess. There's going to be more on the channel. I'm self-promoting. Hooray! This is a new series I came up with, a fun idea. It's once again, just like solo leveling, it's not a new concept, but it is a fun twist on an already commonplace trope. And the reason I made it is legitimately because of solo leveling. I watched this series, I was like, this is kind of cliche. Hey, there's an idea for a series! This isn't the bash solo leveling at all. As I said, I think it's a great series. It's just not god tier. It is a great switch your brain off and enjoy the series. So for now, thank you for watching. As of making this video, the channel had this many. We just passed 300 earlier this month, which is freaking amazing. Let's see if we can hit 500 before the end of the year. I doubt it, but who knows? Also, I realized this might be going up in December, which is like way ahead. I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Hit those buttons down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I mean, just look at this suave, debonair beauty of a man. Like, he's got the suit, he's got the hair, he's got the beard, and you know he spends, like, he wakes up 3 hours early in the morning just to maintain and stylize that beard. It's got the grey, it's got the brown. He probably has to dye the side bits just to make sure that it matches. He's got the little bit of grey in his hair that he mixes into the beard